Hello and welcome back. Today we are exploring one of the most famous villages in the world, Oia Santorini, with its iconic blue domes, whitewashed houses, breathtaking caldera views. It is easy to see why millions of people visit every year. In this vlog, I'll be sharing my experience exploring Oia, showing you some of its must-see landmarks and revealing some fascinating facts about this beautiful place and giving you a few helpful tips if you are planning a visit. So let's get started. So Oia is located on the northwestern tip of Santorini. So Oia is about 11 kilometers from Fira, which is the island's capital, and the village has around 1,500 permanent residents, although thousands visit every day in the summer. So starting the day, I had a photo shoot. I had booked this online from Get Your Guides, and it was a lovely lady who gave so much directions, and she took us to the most sort of famous spots of Oia. Now these places you can't access normally as a visitor. You can't just go into these areas. They have the ability to take you to these places. There are several spots that you can take pictures in, but they do have really long queues, so it is not easy. Whereas if you come with a photographer, there might be a few photography taking place. It might take a bit of waiting, but not as bad as if you sort of do it yourself, because some of these places, as I said, are not permitted for just anyone to go into. So I am quite glad that I did sign up with a photographer, because these places are the kind of pictures you see on postcards, and these angles were really great. I mean, you can always take it with a camera, but they just had it spot on. They told you how to pose and things like that. So yeah, it was really good. It was kind of costly. It was about £81. There is other options like to choose your own flying dress, but it's ridiculously priced, like £250, and I didn't want to do that anyway, so I just bought my own dress with me just to suit the aesthetics, and yeah, just booked the photographer. I would definitely recommend doing this because they also know the route and which directions to take and which areas will take the best pictures. I haven't uploaded any of the pictures itself onto this video. These are just behind the scenes sort of footage. But yeah, the pictures turned out really good. They've also photoshopped them to make them even better. So after the photo shoot, I just walked past this. This is where they dropped us off. It was really busy, and Oia is one of the most busiest places I've been to in Santorini. It is literally crowded everywhere you go. This is why, even though it's a beautiful place, I did prefer Fira, because it's just too busy for me.
Start with the main square, right? And then you go down. You go down the steps. You will see the bigger square. You remember the outer square?
There was a lot of noise, a lot of crowds, and it was quite overwhelming. Nevertheless, it was still quite nice to walk through the streets and see the shops and the souvenirs they sell. So these souvenirs are also available in Fira. You might have watched my previous videos where I have been walking around Fira, and they do also have a lot of these similar shops. Even though it is busy, I would recommend having at least 1 or 2 day in Oia. I wouldn't book a hotel here because if you are going out to cafes or to eat, it's always going to be busy, but I would recommend visiting it because it does have some really nice landmarks, and it is the most popular place in Santorini as well. It's where everybody goes, so I would say go to it, but just don't base yourself there and stay in hotels because it is really crowded compared to other parts. I mean, Fira is busy, but I wouldn't say to this level. There are quieter parts. For example, this place is a little less crowded. And there is a wide variety of shops that sell a lot of handmade items. They are very Greece themed, so you've got a lot of blue and white items. There are a lot of winding, narrow paths and some beautiful viewpoints which you do have to climb up stairs to view, as with many other places in Santorini, and you might have already seen in Migarili and Fira in my previous videos that this is the case for most of them. I mean, these places do look quite similar. It's only when you're there and you see different landmarks that you start to notice the difference, but overall they do look quite similar. I mean, each part is on a different angle of the sea, but all of the villages have the whitewashed buildings which are on top of the cliff. What stands out about Oia in particular is the blue domes, and that is what Oia is known for. Again, here there is a lot of rooftop restaurants with views of the sea. At the bottom of Oia is Amundi Bay. Amundi Bay is a tiny fishing port nestled at the base of the steep red volcanic cliffs just below Oia. It is famous for its waterfront seafood and its clear turquoise water, and it also has a lot of caldera boats and cruises, and I will be making my way down there, and this will be on a separate video. There's also a lot of places that sell like handmade pottery. This is actually a local park, and look how beautiful the local parks are here. It was really quiet around here. The sun was quite high as well with no shade, but it was a little bit nice to get away from the crowds and just enjoy a bit of peace. The view down from most of these places is the beach. Whichever way you go, you can see the beach. It all sort of loops around. Very hot. Not many people around, so a good place to take pictures. On sand,
cafes. That's pretty much all there is in this area. You turn it into these little alleyways, get a beautiful sea view. Some of the steps are a little bit slippery, so it's a bit scary, especially if you're wearing a long dress.
So in history, many residents of Oia were sailors and ship captains during the 18th and 19th centuries. The famous captain houses were built colourful to show wealth, and in the 1956, a devastating earthquake destroyed much of Oia. Much of what you see today has been restored while keeping the traditional architect.
So if you are to follow the path down, you do end up at Amundi Bay, which is where they have seafood. This is a nice place. The swings.
So you can take some pictures here. I think they charged around 20 euros, if I remember rightly.
Cat sleeping here. These are actually real. They're all around here. Some are quite tall as well.
I did spot a lot of weddings taking place in Oia, and I think it is well known for weddings because it is such a beautiful place.
Got the equivalent of 10. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll find some for you.
This is a nice colourful little place selling different ornaments.
Sorry, excuse me.
And the beach view again. So it's really busy.
That's where we were.
Mm.
You see all those.
Oh, literally just grab.
Wow, look at this bit. It's like a place to sit.
There's nowhere to buy it. You got some more. Oh yeah.
Alright, well then, Daddy, I'm still where you going, mate?